The trailer that premiered just a month ago has a lot of things that can give us more information on the mansion. So let's get inside to talk about the Haunted Mansion movie news here in Stories from the Mansion. The trailer features a lot of details that let us see that at least the production design has thoroughly studied the attraction and translated it almost piece by piece to the movie. We see Constance, we see the library bust, the duelist, the endless hallway sofa, the stretching room, the hatbox ghost, the follow you busts, Madame Leota and the hatbox at the attic, the library, a doom buggy reference, the organist, the hitchhiking ghosts, the ghost host. Then we have a harpoon which could belong to this person from the Sinister 11 or even to hint Captain Gore. New Orleans seems to play a bigger role in this movie, fully integrating the house. We see the graveyard having a very similar look to Claude Coates' concept art, and we even have one of those skeletal ghosts such as those, and I'm happy to see so much Haunted Mansion history being integrated. We have Leota's bell, the endless hallway armor, the graveyard trees, there is Bourbon Street as in New Orleans Square, and finally a Hatbox Ghost reference. On some of the promotional images you can see that there is a chest that is wrapped with chains. It reminds me a little of the concept art regarding the chest where Captain Gore kept her wife's corpse. There could be something related to that. So first off, how bad or good does the movie look so far? Well, there is a good reason to believe it will be at least better than the Eddie Murphy one, since the production design is much more based on the attraction. The person directing this, Simeon, was actually a cast member at Disney, so that explains the love for the attraction and the attention to detail. The apparent protagonism of the Hatbox Ghost makes me think Guillermo del Toro's take could have been taken into consideration here, or at least some elements of his script, which we've discussed in previous videos, for this story might have become Crimson Peak. Another of the things mentioned during the making of the movie is that the director spoke about not making the same mistakes made in the Eddie Murphy one, and sticking more to the ride. The emphatic remark on studying the mistakes of the 2003 one, which according to the director were simply straying away from the source material, which was the ride, is what makes me think that we'll stick more to the story from the ride, which is that there is no clear story, but just fragments of information of several families from different generations that have lived, such as the Gores, Beauregards, and Gracies. Additionally, it is interesting to note that the structure of the Haunted Mansion movie looks a lot like the many 60s haunted house genre movies such as The 13 Ghosts, where experts in several fields are invited to spend a night at the haunted estate and cleanse it from ghosts. It is a full circle, since it is these kinds of movies which inspired the mansion back in the 60s, and now the ride is creating a similar movie. And you can see the inspiration from the 60s in Rosario's wardrobe, even though the story is set in modern times. I honestly would have preferred this to have been set in 1969, when the mansion was opened, but the subtle nod to the 60s and the Haunted Mansion inspirations are good enough. Finally, the Haunted Mansion has always had this weird tone that goes from suspenseful and menacing to gag-filled and whimsical at the end. I don't see much of that here, since it all looks more on the comical side, as every other Disney movie now, and doesn't seem to have a suspenseful or terrifying moment as the 2003 movie with all its mistakes did have. So, I am confident this movie will stick more to the source and will keep us fans happy to see Easter eggs and interpretations of some of the ride's elements. But I really don't think I will like the end product, which seems as badly put together as the last Jungle Cruise. I really wish they would just give the Haunted Mansion the same seriousness they gave to Pirates, the same budget and good story, but it seems that will be more of a Halloweeny movie than a good Haunted Mansion adaptation as the one Del Toro had in mind. But what do you think? Is this going to be a bad movie or a good one? Are you looking forward to see it, or are you not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is all for now. Rest in peace, and I'll see you all a little later.